Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we're at one of my most favorite places to ride, and that is Rainbow Falls. And this video is going to be a little different because we've got my dad's Ford Raptor here, and this thing is sitting up on 37s. This is how they come off the showroom floor. Pretty wild. But I also have the U10 Pro Highland. I'm going to be following behind my dad, let him just kind of see how he feels about driving that beautiful thing out here. So it's not going to be nothing crazy, nothing wild. I'll give you some information as we travel and get to show you one of these Raptors in action on some trails. We're not going to do nothing crazy. This is just going to be like green trails, the main trail that goes all the way to Pebble Beach. Let's get after it. All right, here we go, guys. We're coming in on the main trail, heading down into the bottom area where we'll get to do some creek crossings. We'll get to see the Ford Bronco in action. And this is certainly nothing that the Bronco nor this U10 Pro Highland can't handle. Just gonna be a fun family adventure today and gonna take you guys along for the ride. So we'll try to get the best footage we can for you, and hopefully you'll really enjoy it. We'll get some good crossing videos, and just gonna have a beautiful day. Definitely gonna eat some grub here in a little bit, and I got some tips and some things that you may want to look into for your personal adventures, and yeah, we'll talk about that here in a little bit. See how much mud Dad actually gets into out here in that beautiful Bronco. Have a little bit of brake squeal from previous rides. I haven't washed this thing like I need to, so there's some sand and grit and stuff between the rotor and the brake pads, so please overlook that as we're riding today. It's totally my fault for not washing those out real well. This Highland, I have the Team MSC big tire clutch kit. Now I'm only running 32s, which you can run 32s on stock suspension, no problem. I'm running 32-inch Moose Draco tires. Hear them get on it up there. Anyways, running 32-inch Moose Draco tires. I've got the Team MSC tent package. I went with like a medium tent on mine just for getting footage outside of the cab, as well as night riding. But anyhow, also Team MSC tune. Guys, if you want the new ECU tune, I've got videos out on it for the Highland and the Pro model, so check that out. Other than that, this thing is stock. I've got some Ravic lighting in here. I've got the interior dome light. I've got the blinker kit and tail light, so that's super nice. And no, that's on the other unit. I've got a Thumper Fab front bumper from TeamMSCparts.com. Anyways, let's get back to the ride, and just want to tell you a little bit about what we're riding in today. So we just made our first little quick stop just to see how things were going and what Dad thought of the Bronco out here. He's honestly going at a pace a little bit faster than I thought he would in the Bronco, but he said it's just soaking everything up, and he hadn't even aired down the tires. He's still at highway tire pressure, which I'm not even sure what that was. We're thinking about airing them down here in a little bit just to do it, just to see, you know, it should soften up the ride with the sidewall having a little squish to it. But the U10 Pro obviously doing just fine. The Bronco's doing just fine, and we're going to keep making our way to, I believe, Pebble Beach. So here we go. Yeah, this is it. Okay, we were just getting situated here on the right path. There's been a little storm damage, so it looks a little different. squeeze for the big old wide Bronco. Well, the Raptor. Now remember, the Raptor Bronco is way wider. Like driving a dually through here. So we're kind of unfamiliar with this particular spot on the trail. We know that we're not supposed to, ride the creeks, but there are several crossings where you kind of got to be in the creek for a moment. But this route looks pretty narrow, so I don't know. I'm going to go around and go ahead, look ahead, and see if the big old wide Bronco Raptor can fit. So I was doing some investigating, and I see now why I wasn't recognizing the trail. I went up a little ways, and I'm on a part of the trail that I do recognize, and there's a bunch of trees, like massive trees back over there that are just laid across the trail, and everybody's been working their way around it. So I gotta back up, and see trees down right there all the way up through here. So right up here, like, this is the main trail that we're supposed to be on, but we got to figure out how to get the Bronco over to this section, and I think the best bet is going to be right through here. So we just got to try it out. To the right is what I was thinking, unless you think you can squeeze through there. I don't think you can. I think you're gonna have to come down in here and just hug this tree.
Get back in the creek?
Well, it's an old creek bed. The creek's over here, but the old creek bed's where you gotta go. Swing out some more. Oh yeah, plenty of room. You're good to go. That was too easy. All right. Now to get back over here without falling in crocs. Oh. Here comes my wife. My wife hopped in the driver's seat. Look at there. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I need a ride shotgun. You want to drive? All right. Go ahead. We letting my bride drive. That's what I'm talking about. We got a little man buckled up in his booster seat. We got Olivia back here buckled up. We're ready to go. Now we'll go through there. was it. That's the hardest part. We're coming down to Pebble Beach. Again, guys, this wasn't no difficult trail, but it's a fun trail. I believe a Jeep on 35s, I've seen them do it all day long. I mean, you got 32s and make it no problem. Just got to pick your lines right on a couple of rocky sections, and that's it. So we'll get down to the Pebble Beach. We're going to eat some lunch, and I'm going to show you some goodies that you may want to have on your next adventure. Hey, we made it all the way to Pebble Beach. The Bronco and the Highland made it, no problem at all. Really nice trip. Bronco never even scraped or touched anywhere. Neither did the Highland. Little man's waking up. Got the Navee ST3 Pro. Going to be using it here in a minute and get some footage showing off how fun having a off-road capable scooter is. Really nice. I just got bungee strapped in with the front tire up against the bed. Using one of my shoes here, Gator Wadder shoes, which we have at Main Street Cycle and teammscparts.com for you. We're just cushioning the handlebar. But hey, let's cut this GoPro off here, or DJI off. Sorry, didn't mean to insult the DJI camera. But look at here. We've got the ICECO fridge here, and now ICECO has a bunch of different options for you guys. But this thing, this whole time, has been running, plugged up using the 12-volt accessory power back here in the Bronco. And also, if we would have put it in the bed of the U10 Pro, guess what? We could have plugged it up right there. So no matter in the U10 Pro or Highland or the Bronco here, we got some accessory power. And as you can see, I've got the zone set up. I got one set up at 32, which is probably a little too low for what we were putting in there, and 35. And we're gonna open that bad boy up. Looks like the food shifted around just a little bit, but that's okay. We've got a bunch of waters in here that are nice and cold, and then a whole bunch of sodas down below the candy and chocolate and lunch meat for today. So really nice, guys. I love this ICECO fridge. We have used it on the boat. We've used it on off-road adventures. I've used it at the track. Let me clean this. And all kinds of other ways I've been able to use it. And it's a really nice asset to have. So I'll put a link to this one down in the description below. But also I'll just put a link to ICECO in general, and shop around and check out all that they have to offer you guys. We use it. It's a part of our off-road adventure lifestyle now. And hey, even when you go shopping, you could have this. Like, I have used this in the back of our Kia Carnival, and when we go on road trips, or if my wife is going to pick up groceries, maybe she's going to be out all day, she can put the cold stuff in here in the back of the Kia, and it has a 12-volt accessory as well. All right, enough about that. Awesome product there. But Bronco doing great, Highland doing great, enjoying it. And now we're going to get some of that lunch meat out, get some bread and some chips and snacks, and have a good time. So really excited for Dad and Mom in the Bronco there. Didn't know that they would take it through some of that terrain. Again, nothing crazy, but for somebody that's never taken a vehicle through those trails, it's kind of I don't know, you get a little nervous. But this is an extremely capable machine. The Ford Bronco Raptor. The Bronco in general is great, but the Raptor version, it's wider, it's got 37s, it's got super nice suspension. I don't know all the specs, guys, you know it. It's got Fox shocks. Let's see. Yeah, see, got the Fox shocks there, comes standard, all kinds of cool stuff. Really nice unit. It's got all kinds of different drive modes, and it can disconnect the sway. Man, there's all kinds of stuff. Y'all can look at that in other videos, but at least in this video you got to see it. Easily tackle that terrain. So remember, what you see on camera is nothing like what it really is in person. And then also remember, if you need any parts or accessories for your side-by-side or ATV, go check out teammscparts.com. And if you want some merch, like this RTP shirt and a ton of other options, I got a hat here, all kinds of different designs, stuff for the kids. Looks like Elena, come here. So Elena is wearing one of the shirts for the kids. All right, keep it real. And then the back, it's got the Z-Force. But hey guys, we got stuff for the U-Force. I'm going to do some stuff for the Pro models and the Z10 when it comes out. This is the Gen 3 ATV. But if you purchase that, any proceeds just helps continue this adventure that we're on, and supports the channel to buy camera gear and different things like that, and supports my family. So appreciate it. I know my family does. We love y'all. Appreciate you. God bless you. As always, remember to keep it real. We'll see you in the next one.